other games that have been played today. I should have done this video yesterday, but I was so busy that I couldn't even find the time to even come here. But anyway, I'm here now, guys, and we need to talk about the preview of the games that have been played this week, which is match day number 4 or week 4 of games. All of the games are going to be played in the 2 days, which means it's Saturday and Sunday. Reason why? It's because from Monday we'll be now in international week, so players have to move to other new camps of the internationals. Those ones who are not affected with coronavirus. We have, for example, players like Sadio Mane, Thiago Alcantara, and some other players. Some of them I not know who have been affected by coronavirus. So our prayers and hope are with their families so that they recover very fast and come back to the game that we love the most, which is what? The Premier League. So I want to hear from you guys. What are you expecting from these games? I'm going to try by all means to look at the games that are there today, try to give my predictions, or if I can try to give something like that. At the same time, give you an idea for what you should expect. Remember, 1 hour 40 minutes from now we'll be doing a watch along between Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. So the games are coming high and fast, and we need to be ready for that. So I hope you are excited, and I hope you have the best amazing time like I will be having this side. So I want to hear from you guys. What are you expecting? So nobody can disagree with me when I say Manchester United versus Spurs is the biggest game of the week. We are expecting some thunderbolts. I don't even know if that is the right word I've used, but we are expecting the best game out there, and we'll see what happens. We'll really see what happens. I want to hear from you. But before we go anywhere, please do us a favor, click the like button, and if you are joining us for the first time, subscribe to the Football Connect. That's the best way you help us to grow in this. So we have a lot of games that have been played this week. Like I did say, we have a lot of games that have been played, so you need to be alert and tell us what you're expecting from the games, and tell us what is going to happen today. Like I said, the Manchester United game is the biggest game of the week, so we're expecting fire, if I may say, from that game. So I want to hear from you, which teams are winning for you, and which team are you supporting this week. And you can join us for the watch along for the games that we're going to cover today. There are going to be a lot of games that I'm going to cover this week, guys, so you need to be like aware, or you need to be tuning in for those, because it's gonna be an amazing time. I hope you will enjoy, and do us a favor, like I said, click like and subscribe. That's the best way you help us in the Football Connect. So let's move on to the first game of the week. Let me show you the first game of the week. Let me put my screen right now for you to see. The first game of the week is none other than Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. So the interesting part about this game, guys, according to me, the interesting part about this game is this. You all remember that Chelsea played, was it West Brom last week? And we have to say it wasn't exactly the kind of game that the Chelsea fans expected. And they are going to play Crystal Palace today around 12:30. Like I said, it's almost 1 hour 30 minutes from here. Remember, in my time it's exactly at 13:30, so it'll be exactly like 1:30. So we are actually one hour ahead of the Premier League of England. So that's why I'm saying this. So it's gonna be an interesting games. Lampard needs to respond for what happened, and his team needs to be on point to actually provide the best game that we might watch out there and actually celebrate. It's going to be an interesting game to see what happens there, because a lot of Chelsea fans are getting worried. There are a lot of videos out there on YouTube that you can check it out. You can see that a lot of Chelsea fans are getting worried about their team in terms of how they're performing and in terms of how they're doing. I know they have the best team in the world right now, or not in the world, if I may say. They have the potential best team in England, in all the players that they've bought and all the players that are there. So it's still interesting to see what happens, and we expect them to actually produce a good game. But at the same time, Crystal Palace are coming from beating, I know they lost against Everton by 2 goals, out from a defeat that they gave Manchester United at Old Trafford. So we have to say that their confidence are a little bit on a high at the moment. So that is going to be interesting to see what happened in the game. And we want to hear from you. What do you expect? What are you expecting? How are you doing? How are you doing, Mr. Denny? I see that you've already put your predictions there on the comment section. You did put the game against Chelsea. You are saying that Chelsea are winning by 2-1. And you are saying that Everton Brighton 1-1. That is going to be interesting to see. Manchester United, they are winning by 3-2. Really? And Newcastle 1-1. Why? Why are you saying your team is drawing 1-1? Interesting to find out. Why are you saying your team is drawing? It's supposed to be winning. I expect you to win. That's what I expect. Okay, so we'll see what happens. I believe Chelsea are gonna win this game. I believe they're gonna win this game, and maybe my prediction could be around. What can I say? There's something that is disturbing my screen over there, guys. So I think I can say that maybe Chelsea might win by 2-1, like what he just said, which is interesting to find out. We'll see what happens on that game. And the next game is Everton versus Brighton. I feel like all the games that Everton have faced, this is a potentially a good test for them. Because I feel like all the teams that they've been playing with, they're actually not been in their A game, so it's been easy for them to win. But at the same time, we can't take anything away from Everton. They have been on a good season, and they've been performing so well. It's interesting to see that all the teams from Merseyside are performing amazingly well this season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened in this game. We'll be watching it to see where we'll be and what exactly are the results we are going to produce from this. So it was predicted 1-1 by one of the viewers right now, but I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm seeing maybe a 2-2 draw. I don't know. I'm seeing it as a draw for the first time. I don't even know why, but at the same time, I don't think Everton wants a draw, because their next opponent or their next team after this game is none other than Liverpool. So they need to be at an A game before they face them. But we are going to the international break. We don't really know what's going to happen after that. So we wait and see what happens. The next game is Leeds United versus Manchester City. Well, now this is an interesting game. Reason why I'm saying this is an interesting game, it's because Manchester City are coming out from a terrible loss against Leicester, where they lost by 5-2. And as much as we want to see them perform so well, they're going to be tested, and they need to respond from that loss. Their fans are looking at this game with all the eyes, and I'm talking about all their attention on that game, and they want them to perform so well. But do you see it for them to be winning this game? Do you see that happening? I'm not really sure at the moment, but we have to wait and see what happens in this game. It's going to be interesting to see how that game goes, but we'll be watching it 100% here, and we'll be giving you all the predictions and the what. Shalom. I believe Manchester City will bounce back, but at the same time, we have watched the Leeds against Liverpool. They have that confidence in them that they can actually take on any other team, but I think they're gonna be exposed, so because Manchester City attacks a lot and their defense is not really strong, so Manchester City will score goals, but at the same time I think they're gonna let goals from Leeds. So if I'm gonna give a prediction there, I'm seeing this game finishing maybe a 6-3 or 6-3 game, Manchester City winning, which is weird. Why am I putting a lot of goals like that? I know that both teams are going to allow each other to score goals, but Leeds, I think they're going to let more goals than Manchester City should. So that is going to be interesting to see what happened. But that will be interesting. Remember, it's Pep Guardiola versus Marcel. Marcel is the man behind Pep Guardiola, if you didn't know, guys. He learned a lot from that man before he became a Barcelona manager. So that is going to be interesting to see what happens. Is the student going to teach his teacher the right way to do the work? We'll wait and see. I'll be here to tell you everything that I think and the prediction and whatever that will be happening. So, the next game is Burnley versus Newcastle. Newcastle, they were gifted the game against Tottenham last week, which I felt like they deserved to lose, and they played against, is it Newport? Yeah, it was Newport, and actually he had to go to penalties to win in the EFL or Carabao Cup, if I may say. So it's interesting to see how they're going to respond to this game against Burnley. Burnley, they performed very badly the last game. They lost. Which team were they playing against? I'm not really sure which team Burnley were playing against. I need to find out on that. I need to find out on that. So that is going to be interesting to find out what happens. Burnley, they were playing against Southampton and they lost by 1-0. They didn't turn up for the game. So you might find that they are not still yet ready, match ready, and they might not turn up for the game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened in this game. But let's just hope for the best. So I think I'll see Newcastle at least winning by 1-2 goes to 1 here, because Burnley, they have not been turning up in their matches unless they surprise us in this game. We'll wait and see. Remember, it's the last game of the day, so we'll find out how far the team has come, and we'll tell you all our thoughts in the prediction in the comment section. We move on to Sunday, the 4th of October. Like I told you, there are a lot of games that have been played. So on Sunday, the first game is Southampton versus West Brom. I see Southampton winning this game by at least 3-1. Leicester City versus the Hammers. Leicester City are at a good place right now. They're at a high. And West Brom are performing so bad, even though they won. Was it in the EFL where they won 4 something? No, I think, I'm not really sure. Where did they beat Wolves by 4-1. Yeah. They did beat Wolves by 4-1. But I see Leicester gonna do them. They're gonna win by at least 3-1. That's how I'm seeing it. Wolves versus Fulham. Fulham, arguably the worst team that is in the Premier League at the moment. But I don't see them getting anything against Wolves. So I'm seeing that one at least as a 2-0 win to Wolves. Wolves, I know that they didn't perform well 2 games, if I may say, but I think they're gonna come against this Fulham game. It will be surprising what happened. We'll wait and see what happens. Arsenal playing Sheffield. Arsenal, after losing against Liverpool 3-1 in the Premier League, I think they need to come back. And I think they've been given a better candidate or a good team for them to actually come back. And I think Sheffield is the best team for them at the moment to play with. And I'm seeing them winning. I'm seeing them winning at least by 4-1, because Sheffield, they have not yet turned up for this season. That's what I'm seeing in this Premier League. They have not yet turned up for this season. You can disagree with me in the comment section. Tell me what you think or whatever you're expecting, but this is how I'm seeing this game going. You can tell me on the comment section whatever you're expecting and what. That is okay. We'll answer everything that you say. So we are moving on to the last 2 games. We are moving to the games of the week. And like I said, Manchester United versus Tottenham. Tottenham played 2 games already this week. The first game they played against Chelsea, they won in penalties for the Carabao Cup. They went to the Europa Cup to actually qualify for them, and they won, was it 7-2? Yeah, by 7-2. Harry Kane shined with a hat-trick in that game. And it was a good game, so you might say that they are tired in a way. Like their legs are really, really tired. At the same time, they lost one of their best players in Heung-min Son against, which was the game they played in the Premier League against Newcastle. So hoping that at least he comes back for them. That'll be very, very important for them, at least to get something in this game. But I want to hear from you. How do you see the game going? United versus Spurs. Manchester United, yes, they won with that extra gift they were given by the ref in the last minute in the Premier League last week. So, I don't know. But before we go anywhere, guys, do us a favor. Click the subscribe button, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. That is the best and the best way you can help us to grow this one. So, my prediction for this game. Oh, but before I go there, I was looking at the teams, like I was listening to the combined 11 that was being done in one channel, Football Terrorists, that they were talking about. And it seems like at the moment, Spurs have a good team than United. And the Spurs can actually do well. Bruno Fernandes has not been on point or in form as of yet. And Van der Beek seems like was okay in the game in the Carabao Cup against Brighton. But Brighton gave them a game at Old Trafford. Was it at Old Trafford? No, at the Brighton camp or in their home stadium. So I'm worried a lot for United. So, and that's say maybe Gareth Bale will be back. I'm not really sure about that one. At the same time, Sony might be back. Not really yet been proven. So that's gonna be interesting to see what happened. but my money is on Tottenham winning this one, at least by 1-0. I don't see many goals in this game unless Dyer make another mistake and give Manchester United a penalty, which we all know that Bruno Fernandes will score. But on top of that, looking at the game, straightforward, I feel like United are not yet at the point to compete with the bigger teams, if I may say. But at the same time, looking at this is Solskjaer against Jose Mourinho. This is the former employees of Jose against him. So that is going to be interesting to find out what happened. I'm being disturbed here, guys. I don't even know what's happening on my camera. That's why you see like it's been covered with something. But it's going to be interesting to see what happened here. It's going to be one of the most interesting games to watch. I hope you'll be excited for it. I hope it will be interesting. But like I said, I don't think Tottenham have the legs for this game. They have the good players, but the legs for the game, that I don't see. So that's where we are going to see. They're going to be tested there. They're going to be tested so badly that at least they try to respond and give something for people to enjoy. I mean, when I mean people, I mean us, the viewers, to actually enjoy. Because we don't want to come to watch a game and get bored watching a game. That's not what we're here to do. I don't even expect that at all. So they're going to be given a game, and it's going to be interesting to see how they respond in the game. Please subscribe if you're just joining us for the first time, and like the video if you're enjoying what we're giving here. Please do that. That is the other way you can help us to grow. I believe that. So do that right about now. Just click the like button right now. Subscribe right now. Just do that as we continue. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happened in this game. I'm gonna be watching this game from distance, because I don't want to say a lot in that game, because my team will be next against Aston Villa. So you might be surprised. You never know, because Aston Villa have been so good as well this season. So let's wait for that one to come. But like I'm saying, I think Spurs will win this because they're going to be hit United on the counter. And I can't expect Lindelof to be the player capable of handling the Tottenham squad, especially if Son is in. I don't think he'll be able to handle him. Wan-Bissaka has been there, but it seems like they are not yet exactly connected between Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof at the moment. But if they put Eric Bailly, I saw his game against Brighton. He was good, right? Like literally really, really good. But we have to see on that one. We have to wait and see on that one. I'm not really sure about that one, and I don't want to give a lot on that one. So you have to be patient to see what happened. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. But I think Tottenham will hit this team on the counter. I still believe that. The next game is Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Before we talk about this game, 2 players of Liverpool are now out because of the COVID-19. Thiago Alcantara is going to his second week, which is this week. Sadio Mane is the new player. I feel like something's happening at the Merseyside which we don't understand. A lot of players are contacting the COVID-19, and it has to be a worrisome thing because you don't expect many players to be disturbed to that extent. So I hope they find their way to deal with the situation so that at least we can watch the players coming back, and I hope there will be no more surprising players to be going to quarantine because of the COVID-19. I just hope. So there's a game, of course, for sure, without Sadio Mane, so which means Jota might be having his debut for the Reds for the first time this week against Aston Villa, which is next week. And also they've been given an injury boost in Henderson returning to the club after such a long time. No, it's not really a long time, just I think 3 weeks or something after I went out with an injury in the first game, but he's back now and is ready to compete. That is going to be interesting to see what happened. What are we expecting from Jordan Anderson? Is he going to straightforward the run and enter the match or the team or the games? I'm not really sure Klopp will do that, will put his captain in that serious place of actually risking his injuries coming from. So we have to wait and see on that part as well. Like I said, it's gonna be an interesting game, guys, and I'm seeing Liverpool winning this game at least by 3 goals to one. As much as I don't want a one, but a one. The reason why I'm saying this, I watched Aston Villa in the first two games. As much as they scored in the last game, they have not been turning out in terms of scoring in their games. And I think Liverpool, if you don't score, if you don't attack them, they will hurt you. Salah, Firmino, and Jota could be the danger that this team will have to deal with. And I'm seeing maybe Minamino being introduced later on in the game to see what happens at the same time. But the midfielder is where it's going to be interesting. I believe Ronaldo will be in, and at the same time I believe Fabinho will be in. Jadon Anderson could be introduced as well, or Keita. Not really sure who he's going to pick, Jurgen Klopp there, but the back four, already know them at the same time as the front. So it's going to be an interesting game that I'm telling you guys. I want Liverpool to win at least by 3-0, but I don't see that happening. I think Grealish is going to nick in at least a one goal. The last time we were in that stadium, we had to come back 5 minutes before the game was finished with the Sergio Mane's classical game where he scored 2 goals, was it? He scored 1 goal and assisted the other one, with Andy Robertson scoring the other one. So it's going to be interesting to see. But if Liverpool continued their performance or the way in the Premier League against Arsenal, I think that will be very, very good. We have already been given a lot of big teams to test us, but we have passed all the tests we have went through. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this game, guys. And I'm expecting for a classical match that is going to be amazing to watch. So let's wait and see. I'm telling you, let's wait and see. That's all I can say. Let's wait and see. It's gonna be an interesting match. So right now I'm checking my time right now because we are left with under, I think, 45 minutes or something before the first game comes. Is it 45? No, that's less. There's still more time. I think 1 hour 20 minutes or somewhere there. I'm not really sure before the first game starts. So exactly when I go off this stream, I'm gonna start and prepare for the watch along. I hope you are excited. Those are my predictions, guys. I'm gonna be holding myself accountable for the games that will be coming after this prediction. So you better wait for that one. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens, but I hope you are excited. I have something that I want to tell you also, guys. I will be opening a Facebook page for the Football Connect, so you should check that one out and go subscribe to go like the channel. What I'll be doing in that channel is interesting. I'll be visiting to some of the most interesting goals, moments of the games that were played, and try to give my reaction while we are watching. I wanted to do that on YouTube, but YouTube has a lot of, what can I say, strikes and rights that you have to go through. You might not be allowed to go through, but at least on Facebook they might allow tomorrow. But I'm opening the channel later on today, so you should check that one out. By the way, there's a Facebook group. I think I'll put the link in the description exactly after this. You should check that one out. There's a group where we can talk about the conversation of the game and whatever that is happening in the world of football. But I don't want you to miss that one because it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go back to some of the best moments of your teams, even as far as 1992, where I wanna cover the treble winning team of United. I want to see what was really important about them, and I'll be doing that, making a live reaction to that. So you might want to check it out if you're a Manchester United fan, which will be weird enough because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm gonna have to swallow my pride because, like I said, I'm a Liverpool fan, but the Football Connect, it's a channel of football, so everything goes. So I have to actually be taking the compliment at a hard place, which I don't think is going to be easy for me to do, because if we talk of rivalry, I think United is the biggest rival that Liverpool has. For that, guys, it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to enjoy it. At the same time, I'm going to post a small clip. You should check it out. I think it's going to premiere later on today, building up for the games of tomorrow, so you need to check that one out as well. So please don't forget to subscribe, and if you're going to be watching on the other clip, if you can check out another video that is going to be appearing here that you haven't watched. At the same time, click subscribe on that circle there, that is a ball over there. Subscribe and click the bell